Dope banana. Brings back a lot of memories. A lot of bad memories. Memories nonetheless. Where do I begin? The show went so far back. Didn't have a past without me, and believe me, didn't have a future without me either. I remember how I met them. It was a long time ago at a Cow Sills reunion. And I was in the front row, and they were right behind me. It had been, I'd never met a bigger fan of the Cow Sills until that moment. So when the Cow Sills started playing, I remember the Flower Girl. It just made me cry a little bit. And I turned around and I saw they were crying too. And I knew these men were men of character, men of heart. And then I found out later, we all went to Perkins to celebrate the reunion. We all decided just to, have a nice time. So we're all getting a couple of drinks, and they start telling me that they started to work on a TV show. They wanted to make a television show. Well, I said, great. I'm a writer. And they said, show us a sample of your work. So I busted out a pen and started scribbling on a napkin right there. Despite it being illegible, I was able to read it to them, and they liked it. Liked it a lot. So there I was hired. But I never stopped writing. I'm always writing. So I wouldn't say I was unloyal, but I never stopped writing for the Dope Banana Show. I started writing for bands. I started writing songs. I did start Jethro Tull. I was the front runner. I wrote all the songs for the Buzzcocks. And it's safe to say that without me, REM would still not really be a band, but more of not a band. But more to the point, let me jump ahead a few years here. Dope Banana's doing great. Adam became synonymous with addict. It was insane. That man would sneeze, and we'd have to mop up pink powder from the floor. That man would cough, and we would have to mop up black water. It was rough. Not gonna lie. No. Adam he abused those drugs. And Carlin, it was easy to see from the start that Carlin was going to try to screw everyone out of their money. I called it, really. I did. I actually remember the time that I called it. It was a while ago, and we were all, I was on the typewriter, as usual. This is about in 84, could have been. I'm on the typewriter, and Carlin came up to me and said, what are you writing? I was telling him about the next episode. It was, next episode was about Etch-a-Sketches, and I don't know, all I know is that Ghostwriter stole my idea. That's all I gotta say. And the rest is history, because don't you think it's a coincidence that Ghostwriter was started by a Mr. Carlin M. Kernish? He wouldn't want me to say this, but his middle name really is Miguel. His father's Mexican. He was embarrassed by it. He really was. He thought it didn't sound prestigious, Miguel. I liked it. Thought I had a good ring to it. So it was getting desperate for money. I started writing jokes on Laffy Taffy rappers, and sending them in. Yeah, I was making suggestions, but I made about 150 samples of my work, only to find out that they just wanted suggestions and they weren't going to pay anyone for them. I got mad. I pouted. I got in a scuff with the Laffy Taffy sales representative and their CEO. Yeah, I did get, my hands got a little dirtied up, got a little bloodied up, but our hands always got to get dirty when we got to make money, right? Yes, and for the record, I am covered in ticks. Okay? It's not a bad thing. I'm all right with it. I'm okay with that. I've come to accept it. Now, writing the episodes was difficult. It was, because I would write a skit, and then the guys would be drugged out of their minds, and they would say, great, and they'd take it, and they wouldn't even read it, they'd memorize it, they'd do it, they wouldn't even know the meaning behind it. They wouldn't even understand why it was funny. All the subtext, all the hidden layers of humor. They would just, yeah, we'll do it, great, yeah, life's a joke. Life's a joke. Smoke it up, man. Smoke it up, Johnny. Just snort it up. Cut it up. Give it to everybody. Let's just have a good time. That's all I want. All I want is just to be happy. Tell a few jokes. I just want to hang out with my friends. I don't want to make a show. I don't want to be professional. I don't want to respect my son. I don't want to treat him with the same respect that I gave my other children. I don't want my siblings to just beat him up. I don't want my brothers and sisters to push me off a cliff onto rocks. Because that's what they said. I'm sure. They didn't trust me. They didn't trust me because I was always trying to break the safe and get into the Dope Bananas funds. Well, you know what, guys? Maybe you should distribute the funds a little bit better. Maybe you should pay your workers. Maybe you need to compensate for what you've done. Yeah, I took Carlin to court, too. I took him to court. Did I win? No. Because Carlin had a good lawyer. Carlin had a great lawyer. Fantastic lawyer. Yeah, Carlin's lawyer, he went on, after he won against me, he decided that he would start pressing charges against Adam and the rest of the guys for what they did to him. Now, I'm sure you've already heard about the shaving story. But do you ever hear what Carlin does to them? No. Because they won't let you know. Carlin's not going to let you know. Carlin's got the money to cover that up. Carlin probably owns this channel. I don't know. It's probable. It's probable. You, what kind of shirt you wearing? You know the brand?
Oh. It's actually a knockoff Hilfiger.
Yeah? Well, do you know from where?
Indonesia.
Carlin owns that.
He owns Indonesia?
And Tommy Hilfiger.
But it's fake Tommy Hilfiger.
He owns both. He makes fake Tommy Hilfiger to sell a Tommy Hilfiger better.
Wow.
Actually, if I can, Carlin owns OPEC. That's what the C in OPEC stands for. Oil, the petroleum. What was the E? Equals. Oil and petroleum equals Carlin. You ever wonder why gas prices are going up? Carlin needs the scratch. That's it. Carlin needs a few bucks on the side. Carlin realized one day that when he was passing through a toll booth that it was going to endanger his savings. He knew that somehow he was broke. I remember when Carlin was a jazz musician. I remember the days when Carlin was a simple man who was into simple pleasures. He liked art. He liked to just hang out with me. We'd contemplate all kinds of levels of philosophy. Really simple questions too, like, would you rather be Wooly Willy or would you rather be Mrs. Potato Head? Did we ever get anywhere? No. Did we ever understand? But the point wasn't to get anywhere. All right? The point wasn't to know. The point was to be. Thinking. And speaking of thinking, I'll tell you someone who does not do that. You guys ever meet Andrew? I don't know if you have. He's not on camera too much. But he's doing a lot of the behind-the-scenes work and what have you. Yeah, let me tell you something about him. That guy, nothing up here. Not even, no, there used to be. And don't get me wrong. When I first met him, that guy was, whoa, all right? Whoa. But he lost it. When he got a new friend, Mr. Coking J. Wellingsworth. Don't know if you know him. That was actually just a metaphor for Coke. You see how ahead of my time I am? I throw this out and you thought Coking J. Ellingsworth was a real person. Maybe he is. Maybe I'm lying again. I'm the Andy Kaufman of our time. I'm the Andy Kaufman of the 20th century. It's true. Oh, yeah. No? Okay. The question, yes, okay. There's some debate over what I am. Well, let me just put it in the dark. No, I'm not a chimp! Okay? I've got the mail and no. Not a monkey. Not a monkey. Okay? You ever see a monkey with a brain like this? No. You haven't. All right? Yes, it's the rumors are true. I'm a caveman, but so what? That's all I gotta say. So what? What are you?
I'm Irish.
Irish? No one makes fun of you for that.
But I'm not a relative.
Stupid drunkard. What if I started calling you that? You feel bad, wouldn't you? Feel bad. Go ahead.
But I'm not the missing link.
It's all right to feel bad. It's all right to cry. Because we all have feelings, including cavemen. Including cavemen. Cavemen also cry. Cavemen also feel. Cavemen also love. Okay, so where's Dopamine now? What am I doing now? I've been writing songs. I've been trying to get Shaggy to come out with a new CD, but he's a little slow in the uptake. He's not a businessman by any means. He's not very professional when it comes to that. He's very go with the flow. But I'm telling you, Shaggy, you've got a skill and you've got to run with it. You've got to hit the ground running and you've got to go. And I've already written a new song for him. If we could, I don't know if they give you a sample of it, but it's good. I'll have to. Maybe we have a clip of it in the studio somewhere. Okay. Thank you, I guess, for the interview. Have a nice life, Andrew, Nick, Carlin, Adam, whatever. You know what? If you ever bring the show back, great. I'm always willing to write. I need money. Caveman.